Hey there, this is Melissa. Today we're going to look inside the Ultimate Homeschool Planner. This book has been recommended to me and I think it's going to be a big help this school year to keep me on track. So I'm hoping it helps you as well. So let's take a look inside. So I got this for like $20 or so at Amazon. And it comes in different colors. And then you open it up and this is the 1 year planning grid. And it is labeled from July to June. And what this is kind of just like a look at a glance of all the things on your calendar that you know are coming up. This page is the student goal setter, and it has the students' names on the top, character goals, and academic goals. I'll read just a few for an example. For Sydney and Ethan both, we're going to work on doing daily devotions, like each day without being prompted. And so I set a time for that daily, which I'll talk about in my scheduling video later on. And then doing their own laundry, that's something I want them to start doing this year. And personal hygiene, that is just for both of them. Just trying to get them to take their showers without pulling teeth, because it's a big chore around here to take a shower. And then the academic goals is for both of them to work on math more independently this year. And then some things I have for Logan. He's 30 months. I want him to learn to say please and thank you without being prompted, obeying in the store. And he's one of those, I'm one of those moms right now with the screaming 2-year-old in the grocery store that everyone just loves. So we're going to be working on that. And then picking up toys, and he needs to be potty trained. So that's going to be going on our family priorities list, which I'll show you coming up on a different page. And then for his academic goals, just things like working on ABCs and counting and colors. And I've been working on really trying to establish like a bedtime routine with him. He's been sleeping a lot better when I do that. So reading some books to him, reading his little Bible, and praying with him before bed. And then there is a family priorities page. Can you guys see that? Ethan, don't put your head in the way. So for family priorities, I'll just read you a few. Potty training Logan is on there. Me exercising 4 times a week. I would really like to take the kids on outreach at least once a month. So these are different family goals that we have. I won't read you guys all of them. And then this is the resource list page. So different curriculum that we'll be using this year and different things recommended to me. I just jotted down in here. And then I went through and I put tabs for each month, because these are the calendar pages. And then I went and put tabs from week 1 all the way to 36 weeks for school. That way it's gonna help me keep on track for what week we're on with school, because it always seems like I get to the end of the school year and I'm like, oh, you know, we're really falling behind and we need to catch up. So I'm kind of hoping this will help me just to visually see, okay, we've completed week 1, we've completed week 2, and just to see where we're at for the year. And so now I will show you I guess I'll show you quickly what the calendar looks like, and then we'll jump into week 1. So this is what the calendar looks like. You just fill in the numbers, and then there's a spot for notes on the bottom. And then week 1, so each week has the same set of pages. This is the weekly planner, and there's different ways you can use this notebook. She suggests, her name is Deborah Bell, she suggests how she uses this notebook. I think each of us kind of do it a little bit differently, but the point is just to help you, so whatever works. But you can look at her suggestions for each page of what she does. So what I did is I put each child's name. And then I put the things that we are going to be doing together, what subjects we're going to be doing together, some things maybe to keep Logan busy with. I'm in the middle of making him busy boxes. I got some really cool ideas off of Pinterest, and so I'll be sharing that with you guys in an upcoming video, like different like sensory boxes, and one has like beans with toys buried in it that he can dig through. Anyway, and there's me. Maybe I want to remember that I want to make a phone call or put a load of laundry in when the kids are busy doing their math. And then for John, maybe just quickly jot down my honey to-do list for him for the day. And so I put the subjects on the top. So we've got cursive / typing. There wasn't quite enough spaces for all our subjects, so I just kind of grouped those together. And easy grammar and literature, science / does it say art? Can't read backwards. Art, and it says together. And then we have history and math and life skills and PE. And then there's notes, supplies, and appointments. So I actually haven't started using this yet because school hasn't started yet, but I will be filling this in before the first week of school and just writing down everything I want them to accomplish for that week, and then put like Monday through Friday or little check boxes if your kids need help just visually checking off what they've done for the day. We find that pretty helpful. I'm a list maker. I like checking things off. And I thought this supplies spot was pretty cool right here, because as I'm planning for the week, I can look through the book and see like what art supplies or stuff that we'll be needing for the lessons that week. And this is the weekly planner page for, this is the Lord's Day, and then it says week of, and then it has a saying right there. It says Bible plan, battle plan with fighter verse, and prayers and hospitality and outreach. So this page is really neat. I will definitely be using that this year. And I have a fighter verse, just to give you an example. On my chalkboard right now, it says Psalm 16:8, I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand, I shall not be shaken. And this page is the week's memorable moments and achievements. And the bottom right here is evidence of God's grace. And this, I think, will be pretty neat for looking back at the end of the school year and just seeing, you know, like how far you guys have come and what you've accomplished, and just how things that God has done in your life or your family's life during the year. It says like family funnies, victories, progress, promising signs, small beginnings, and finished projects. Okay, we're gonna go to the end of the book, and it has a section for records and grades. This is gonna be super helpful. Last year I was all over the place with keeping track of my scores, or the scores for the kids. There is the reading list page, and it says title, author, and type with each student's name. She has a checklist for raising an independent learner, and motivating the reluctant learner, and learning styles and thinking skills. It says identify your child's learning style type, and there's A, B, C, and D. I didn't even think there was that many learning types. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Did you like this video? Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know in the comments below, how do you keep track of your homeschool year? Do you kind of just wing it? Do you use a planner? I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, YouTube.